Daytime with Aston Avery. Now, Stephen Smith joins me, and right now, Stephen and I are now chatting to about a year when schools are breaking up. Many are leaving for good. Some aspirations are becoming the next, say, like Lord Sugar, Richard Branson, or Joe Malone. It's international entrepreneur Zaheer Muneer joins us right now. So, Zaheer, hello.
Oh, thank you very much. Hello.
Yeah, so nice,
hello.
nice to have you on the show. And it's our first time with us, and I'm very excited. And because lots of people are leaving school, they're aspiring. Can you tell us a little bit of what you do?
My pleasure to be here. Yes, about myself.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I run my investment and asset management firm. I'm leading a cybersecurity firm, and I'm a technologist. I like to build and like to invest in latest technologies. I advise startups and some funds to making sure they're on the right direction, kind of leadership direction. This is a bit about myself, and same time, a bit of philanthropy. I am regularly working with United Nations and Red Cross Charity and British Muslim Heritage Center.
So as well as being an entrepreneur, you give back to society. I just
Very
have
important.
to ask, cybersecurity. Could you just tell me, before I move on to the next question, what is cybersecurity for people like maybe I didn't know what it was?
Okay, well, cybersecurity is fifth generation, everything based on internet nowadays, and internet user, everyday smartphone users are increasing. And that's why the cybersecurity risk is increasing. And this is your security of your mobile, your internet, your home security, something like that. But mainly you have to be, what we do in cybersecurity, we try to protect your devices and organizations, because now there is a smart thieves, I must say. So we are just like ethical, leading ethical people who understand the security of 5G, the war which we cannot see, and we try to protect.
It's actually exhausting, Zaheer. Every time I get an email that says, oh, a parcel has been delivered for you, please press this button. I now realize I have to double check, because 9 times over 10, it's not from that company. It's from another company. But yeah, so we've got people leaving school right now that have got dreams of opening up their own business. What's your advice would you give a kid leaving school?
The number one advice I would give them is to work on their skills and invest on themselves, because they are not motivated. They have to invest on themselves, buy books, start getting into reading, and implement the right mindset. And networking skill is the most important thing. I would advise them. Go to networking events and try to connect and have their hobbies and be passionate about what they do. Don't follow anyone else. Okay, some people, their family, they wanted to become the doctor or engineer. Don't listen to them. Just listen to what is your hobbies, what you like to do. Because if you are going to get into a career which you don't like, you are going to become day to day, and it's not going to be very good impact on your mindset later on down the line. And you'll be thinking, right, okay, I did a mistake choosing that career. So I would say getting to help.
Lord Sugar started off selling out of the back of a van.
Yeah.
No, look how well he's done. He didn't do the university route, Aston.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But that's a lot of it, really. Is like people go university. Most of them leave education quite early, do apprenticeships, of course. But saying that, casting your mind back to the age of 10 here, Zaheer. So, 10, what were your dreams prior to what you do now?
Well, I would say my name Zaheer is giving back and helper and supporter. I always say to my family, they have given me this name. So that's what I was dreaming when I was 10 years old. I like to thinking about giving back. I was thinking, I still remember, like when I was 10 years old, I used to go up to my family and say, when I will be an entrepreneur one day, and I would like to build orphanages. I will support schools, hospitals, and universities, because it's all about giving back, and it's the impact of my name. Zaheer means helper, supporter, and giver. So yeah, I was dreaming this. I want to give back in the society because it's very important. The society we live in, you have to give back. And that's what was my dream, to help as much as I can with any direction.
It's such a beautiful thing, because I mean, it always gives you pleasure giving, isn't it? So
yes.
There's no such, people talk about people not being selfish. Well, even Mother Teresa got some joy from what she did.
Yeah.
In a way, but it's a beautiful thing to want to do. I think we should encourage. In schools in America, they have to do charity work as part of their grades, and I think in the UK, that's one of the things we should introduce is doing some charity work as part of your exams to finish school. But what's a common mistake for every business man that goes into it that makes it? There's about 10 that don't make it. Yeah. What's the common mistake that people do make in business?
Well, not doing a mistake is a mistake itself. So you have to do the right mistakes and have to pick yourself up and get back in the right direction and reflect on your mistake and try not to do that again. And if someone is successful and enjoying the dream life, that means there must be a huge hurdle behind it.
Yeah.
And you have to do mistake, but right mistake, and reflect and learn from your mistake. And the common mistakes are actually choosing the wrong team members, association and getting networking with the wrong people, choosing your your 5 best friend circle. You have to choose them very wisely, because it says you are the person you hang around with. You have to, this is the biggest mistake.
I've always found that people that can't delegate end up in a mess, because growing a business, you bring your people on board, you're bringing them on because they're the best. And I've seen people want to do everyone's job because they think it's the right thing to do as a business person. And I've seen it go wrong then so many times, because either they leave the people or the person ends up exhausted because they can't do everyone's job.
Yep, that's right.
So So that being said here, Zaheer, as well, obviously there's TV shows that are currently on, like you've got The Apprentice, you've got Dragon's Den. So what do you think of those TV shows like The Apprentice and Dragon's Den here?
Well, one word, amazing. There should be more of these shows like this. And most of my time, when I have free time, I just switch it on. I just watch it. It will motivate myself. And it's like such a great thing. You can learn from the people of industry and the leaders, from their experience, their wisdom, and they're giving the right direction. And I think so. There should be more shows, similar shows like this out for our society to encourage our youth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm addicted to The Apprentice, and we've had several of The Apprentice people on here chatting to us, which has been really good. And I've worked with several of them. We're going to ask you again about cyber security. We've covered that. So I think that you've got the next one.
So obviously, like working, we've covered cybersecurity there, but do you need to be working 24/7 to be a success? Can you explain to our listeners if that can be successful working 24/7?
I would say no. You don't work 24/7. You only work on your prime hours. The way I have organized my time is I only work on my prime hours. And then I have my 40 hours, prime hours. I don't take any project. I don't start like anything all of a sudden randomly. It's just my prime hours where I make sure I deliver the best. And the most important time for myself is my time, where I like to spend my time with my family. I like to cook, cricket, football. And the most important thing is my dog. I take him regularly, spend time with him, take him to a park. And my time is very important, where you actually reflect and refresh your mind, so you can come back you're ready for the next day.
It must be quite interesting to talk, because years ago, I was a very busy hairdresser, and I was actually getting up at 4 a.m. and doing someone at 5 and finishing. And a doctor said to me at one point, "You have burnout." And I told them not to be so ridiculous. It was just hard work. So I wasn't brought up. But looking back and reflecting, it was, and it's really dangerous. And I don't think we talk enough about burnout and how easy it is, because people do tell you as you grow, if you work really, really, really hard, you'll make it. But sensibly, I think is the question.
Yeah, that's right.
And also the other thing is, you see all these TV shows that the Devil Wears Prada, where the boss is always this evil, cutthroat monster, practically. You don't have to be like that to get ahead, do you?
Yeah, that's right. Well, you see, I would say you have to focus on yourself and make sure you have to give yourself a mind, freedom, and pleasure. But again, at the same time, there are people, negative people. They will try to take your negativity out. You have to be focused on your goals, and you have to write down and have to read them at least 2 times a day. So make sure you're focused. This is a regular exercise I do myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Aston's an award-winning presenter and has done incredibly well. And he stayed so focused. He got the diversity award a few years back. And but you know, Aston's always focused. And I have to say, I always take my hat off to him.
6 years, as they say, as well.
6 years ago, you got it. Feels it only yesterday.
It feels like it. But
I know you said you like to do cricket, football. What else do you do? What kind of things do you cook?
Well, I cook Mediterranean food. Is my favorite, and Mediterranean Italian cuisine is my favorite one. And I like to mix vegetables and try to make new experiments. And eating healthy is I'm always passionate about. And I believe if you feed your mind good, your process of your mind will be actually have great ideas. Your brain will start thinking right direction.
We just had Wendy Turner Webster and her actor husband Gary Webster on last time, and they're both vegans. And Aston is having 2 weeks of being a vegan at the moment, trying to see if it helps with his health. And I'm really looking forward to hearing the results. But have you ever tried veganism?
Yes, indeed, I did. Actually, I was vegan for 1.5 years, and actually, I loved it. It was amazing. And I woke up fresh. I was actually feeling very active. My productivity was on the peak, and my focus was really good because I have some exercise where I monitor my focus. But actually, I was very happy, very good. I was not vegan for any religious reasons, but I was just focused. I want to try how it feels, and actually felt very, very, very good.
And why did you stop?
Well, okay, the only reason I stopped because of traveling. And, and you know, when you go Middle East or when you go travel around, you cannot get a good quality vegan food. So, but yeah, I'm thinking again, I will be considering to go back to vegan. But
now traveling, I mean, Wendy and Gary were in Poland rescuing dogs, and I'm surprised Poland apparently has amazing vegan food, because you would think of it a bit more meat orientated, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's the thing as well out there as well. It's like different countries offer different cuisines as well, as you mentioned, Mediterranean being a high-end cuisine on that front there. So Zaheer, if our listeners want to find out more about yourself and also about your cybersecurity business, is there anywhere our listeners can find out more?
Well, LinkedIn, I have my LinkedIn, I reply, I'm active. I have about 2 assistants managing my all social media. But yeah, LinkedIn is where you can find me, is Zaheer Muneer, my LinkedIn. And I try to reply everyone, especially if there's startups and you want to have anything, they send me inbox, and I will try to reply them as soon as possible.
You should have a seminar a bit like Anthony Robbins and Tony Robbins, where you come on, who's a motivational speaker. You should do one it'd be really, really good. Maybe you could come and do one, because Anna Kennedy started an autism, I'm patron of it.
Yeah.
Aston's a patron as well. Started an entrepreneur for young people, setting up businesses who are autistic. Maybe you could come and talk to them for us.
Absolutely. I'm in the process of writing my book, and it's on the last stages. So when it's finished, it's published, I have my more footprints, and then of course, definitely this is something that I will be considering giving back to society, giving back to youth, and this is always I was passionate about.
Great. Thank you ever so much for coming on. We really enjoyed having you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much, Aston. Thank you very much, Steve. Take care. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.